The Samurai and the Thief. A fearsome samurai. Long ago, in the mountains of Japan, there lived a fearsome samurai named Takeda Haru. He was known across villages for his unmatched skill with the sword and his strict code of honor. People feared him, but they also respected him. Takeda believed that justice must always be served through strength. In his eyes, wrongdoers deserved punishment, not mercy. One winter night, a thief named Kenta broke into Takeda's home. Hungry and desperate, he stole a bundle of rice and a silk robe. But before he could escape, Takeda caught him red-handed. The samurai drew his sword and pointed it at the trembling thief. "A dishonorable man like you deserves no place in this world," Takeda growled. Kenta fell to his knees. "Spare me, sir. I stole only because my children are starving. My wife is sick. I had no choice." Takeda's anger flared. He had heard excuses before. He raised his sword, ready to strike. The unexpected choice. Just then, Takeda's elderly mother, Lady Aiko, stepped into the room. Her frail voice carried surprising strength. "Haru," she said, calling her son by his childhood name, "put down your sword." Takeda frowned. "Mother, this man is a thief. He dishonors our home. Justice demands punishment." But Lady Aiko shook her head. "Justice without mercy is cruelty. This man does not need your sword, he needs your compassion. Forgive him, and you may save more than his life." The thief wept quietly, bowing until his forehead touched the floor. Takeda's hand trembled. For the first time in his life, he hesitated. Slowly, he sheathed his sword. A second chance. Instead of punishing Kenta, Takeda gave him food, medicine for his wife, and warm clothes for his children. The thief was stunned. Why would you help me after what I've done?" he whispered. Takeda replied, "Because I wish to see if mercy can do what the sword cannot." Kenta left with tears in his eyes, promising never to steal again. The return of the thief. Months passed. One spring morning, Takeda was ambushed by bandits while traveling through the forest. Though he fought bravely, he was outnumbered and wounded. Just as one of the bandits raised his blade to strike the final blow, another figure leapt from the shadows. It was Kenta, the very thief Takeda had once spared. Armed with only a staff, Kenta fought fiercely to protect Takeda. The bandits fled, unwilling to face a desperate man's courage. Takeda, bleeding and weak, looked up at the thief who had saved him. "Why?" he asked. "After all I could have done to you, why risk your life for me?" Kenta knelt beside him. "Because you forgave me when no one else would have. That forgiveness gave me a new life. Today, I return the life you gave me." The samurai who learned mercy. Takeda was carried back to his home, and Kenta stayed by his side until he healed. Over time, the two became unlikely friends. Takeda even helped Kenta find honest work as a farmer, where his family could live with dignity. From that day on, Takeda's heart changed. He no longer believed that every wrong must be answered with punishment. Instead, he taught his students and fellow samurai that forgiveness was sometimes the greatest form of strength. People began to tell the tale of the samurai who chose mercy, and it spread through villages as a lesson for generations, a legacy of forgiveness. Years later, when Takeda grew old, his students would ask him about his greatest victory. He never spoke of battles or duels. Instead, he would smile softly and say, "My greatest victory was the day I put down my sword and forgave a thief." Moral of the story. True courage is not in striking down an enemy, but in forgiving him. Forgiveness can turn an enemy into a friend and change the course of many lives.